It's been a trying time for our city and our country, but let's take a break now from the headlines. Neal Jones is here with tonight's Top 5.
There is nothing like being stuck alone, well, almost alone, in your basement. 10 straight weeks of that'll get you thinking. So here are the top 5 things I've learned during this pandemic. Number 5, I miss my coworkers. With the exception of the producers,
She's got to wrap it up. Wrap.
everybody's great to work with, especially our young reporters who really respect my years of experience.
Does he really believe that?
No!
They say they might let everybody back in the newsroom next month, but they want me to stay away for as long as possible. They say it's for my own good. Number 4, I've had no issues wearing a mask out in public. I keep reading about people who've been harassed or even physically assaulted for wearing a mask and gloves out in public. But I can honestly say that everybody's been nice to me. Now, I did have 2 people curse at me last weekend, but that had nothing to do with my mask. They were from Arkansas. Number 3, I still get mad at the same stuff. You'd think living in a pandemic would make me focus on the important things in life, like health. But you'd be wrong. I still get hacked off with bad service out in public. That's why I go to businesses that actually appreciate my business. Thanks, Jason. And speaking of getting hacked off, I hate it when my photographer shoots me from a bad angle.
Neal, there are no good angles of you.
Thanks. Number 2, I learned that people ask Google the strangest things, as in the second most asked question, what time is it? Now wait a minute, what smartphone or computer doesn't have a clock on it? And the number 13 most asked question, what's a good mixer for CLOROX? Really? Not really. And number 556 is interesting. How do you get abs? When I had cancer, I went from 208 pounds down to 161. Now, I did have a feeding tube in, but man, my abs look great. And the 889th most asked question, who runs the world? Now that's easy. It's Patrick Mahomes' agent. And the number 1 thing I've learned during this pandemic, all about workplace harassment. Thanks to about a 25-part online course we had to take, I'm now an expert. Apparently, almost everything I do can be considered harassment. Making fun of Brad for his so-called drinking,
Cheers.
is actually creating a hostile work environment. Telling Gina she looks great is unwelcome workplace behavior. And threatening the producer, it's suddenly against the rules. The videos we had to watch went on, but the woman who did them was really cute. She looks just like an intern we used to have, who I definitely harassed a lot. In fact, we've been married for almost 28 years now. They say the targets of harassment suffer through depression, shock, anger, and frustration, which sounds a lot like the Chiefs fans during the Scott Pioli years. But workplace harassment is a serious issue, and it's one of the top 5 things I've learned during the pandemic.